Hey guys, it's Leanne. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is a review video on a new concealer that I have literally just picked up by chance. It was when I was looking up what was new in the drugstore, I noticed that this was new and I am so glad that I actually found it. So yeah, it's the Makeup Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer with vitamin C, and I'm in the shade Fair. But today's video is obviously a review of this, and it's not a first impression, but it's a more in-depth review because I did include it in my what's new in the drugstore, but today I've done a little bit of a different trial for this concealer. So if you want to see what that is, then obviously stick around, keep on watching. So before we jump into this review, please, since you're on this channel, you might as well give this video a like if you do like it, and obviously please subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and leave me your thoughts in the comment section, as I'd like to know what you think of this concealer, because I really didn't expect to like it, to be honest, because it's an illuminating concealer, which normally they don't really have the most coverage, but this one actually surprised me. So yeah, stick around to see why. Let's just read out some claims that this concealer makes. So the Makeup Revolution Eye Bright Concealer was £8, which I think is a good price for a concealer. And it's illuminating under eye concealer, so it's specifically for the under eyes, which is only where I've used it today. I haven't used it to spot conceal or anything. I've literally just kept it under the eyes. So my shade is Fair, and on Revolution's website it says that this is the fairest skin tones with a yellow undertone. So that sounded about right for my skin tone. I am very fair really, and I kind of go between pink and yellow undertone, but yeah, this one works for me. So you get 3 ml worth of product, which is not really a lot. I'm just going to compare that to another concealer, 1 second. Okay, so 3 ml of product is not a lot of product. So I've just picked this one out of my makeup collection, and these are roughly the same price. So this is roughly about £8 or £9, maybe £10 maximum, I think. And this one's got 6.8 ml in, and this one's only got 3 ml. So for pretty much the same price, you're only getting half the product. So that's not really a good point straight away. But also as well, I did point out in my other video of what's new in the drugstore, I pointed out that I've only used this once at the time. Now I've obviously used it twice. Like, you can actually see the concealer is already, like, I'm already using up quite a bit of the product. So you can clearly see here that the product is like already, I'm not running out, but pretty much I'm, you know, just off 2 uses. It's used quite a bit already. So yeah, that's a bit of a downside to this, to be honest. 3 ml for £8 is not really the best value, but it is a good concealer, so that's for you to choose if it's worth it or not. Back to the claims now. Sorry, I kind of digressed there, but yeah. So it's a flexible, buildable coverage, which I would definitely agree with. Max level hit of vitamin C to actively treat the area as you conceal. So it's got skin loving ingredients in, that's always a bonus. Anything that's makeup but with added vitamins or skincare, obviously, who wouldn't want that? This brightening concealer, it can be used to conceal blemishes, redness, and seamlessly erase under eye bags, which you can be the judge of that, because I'm obviously wearing it right now. Can you see any under eye bags? Let me know what you think. The smooth creamy formula blends beautifully for an undetectable finish, and no retouch needed, apparently. This is all according to Revolution's website. So yeah, those are the claims of this concealer. Let's see whether it actually does live up to the claims or not. Obviously, we can all be the judge of that. Let me know your opinion in the comment section. So let's just get on with it and put this concealer to the test. So for today's review, I'm actually going to be using a colour correcting concealer on one eye, and then just the Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer under the other eye. And the reason I'm doing that is just to see if the product cakes when it's layered on top of other products like colour correcting concealers, or if there is a massive difference between coverage of each under eye. So yeah, I just thought it'd be a bit more interesting if we do things a little differently today. So the palette I'm going to be using is the NYX Professional Colour Correcting Concealer, and I'm going to be going in with these two, obviously the most used ones, these two peach tones. So I'm going to be doing the colour correcting under this eye, and I'm picking this up on the Zoeva 144 flat brush, and I'm only using a little bit of colour corrector I don't really need much, but peach tones will neutralise like any blue under the eyes, so that's why I'm doing this. And then I'm just going to be blending this in with my Morphe Beauty sponge by simply just pressing this concealer into place. Now, I have actually used this concealer once before on this channel. It's literally a new concealer, and like I say, I've only used it once and I was really impressed with it. But I didn't use any colour correcting with it. I think I just used it on its own, and that was in my What to Know at the Drugstore video, which I'll link in the description bar. So this eye is the one with the colour corrector on, as you know. So now I'm going to be going in with the brand new Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer with Vitamin C, and my shade is Fair. It's just like a little applicator like this, similar to the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. So I'm just going to be twisting the bottom, which releases some of the product to the tip. So I'm just going to start by applying this to the under eye. And it does actually feel really nice and really hydrating underneath the eye. And it really does blend out so easy. I'm not really pressing hard at all, because it's not a very thick concealer really. It's not actually very thick, so it's quite easy to blend away. Now, I am just going to be applying a little bit more where I feel that I actually need it. So that for me is mostly in the inner corners. So again, going in with the Morphe sponge, and literally just off one tap, it literally is blending away seamlessly. Such an easy product to work with, and obviously, as you can see, this eye compared to this eye is so brightened. So to set this concealer in place, I'm going to be going in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, and I'm in the shade Light, and so far there's not much creasing at all under the eye. So obviously look how flawless this eye looks to this eye. I know that I have used colour correcting concealer underneath first, but obviously I'm going to give you this eye now without any colour correcting. And that actually feels really nice. The applicator as well actually feels really soft. So I'm going to take this end now, the end that does not have powder on like this end. So the powder free end now to blend out this concealer. Yeah, it really is blending away like a dream. It's so easy. You don't have to really press hard. I'm literally just tapping, and this is just melting into the skin. So it is a really easy product to work with, and I feel like I could leave this on the skin without it setting. I could leave it on the skin for like a little minute to build up some coverage, and I feel like it wouldn't be set already like some really matte concealers. So that's one good thing about this concealer. And I really do love how illuminating it is. Like, look how radiant my under eye looks. Now again, just going to be going back in with a little bit more where I know that I need it most. So that is both under eyes done now. Now, can we see a difference between the side that has colour correction and the side that doesn't? What do you think? I think I can see a slight bit of difference. I think this under eye looks a little bit better. Not much though. I've got to give it to this concealer, the Revolution one that would be, that it actually is doing a really good job of being very, very good coverage. And this e.l.f. powder as well, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, does really seem to work well with the Makeup Revolution concealer. So, and that's only cheap as well. I'll leave the price on screen, but so yeah, good little cheap drugstore combo. So yeah, I think this under eye looks a bit more flawless, but only slightly. Here I can see a slight shadow / bag under the eyes. Don't know if that helps or makes it worse, but yeah, I can definitely see a little shadow underneath here. So yeah, I definitely prefer the side with colour correction, but really I am very impressed with this concealer. What do you think of this concealer? Leave me a comment in the comment section. But now I'm just going to go off camera, do all the rest of the makeup and check back in. So guys, this is the finished and completed look now that I've done all other skin makeup and obviously eye makeup also. This is how the under eyes are looking. I'm just going to dim the light a little bit to give you a bit more of a better view. So yeah, this is how the under eyes are looking. Obviously, as you know, this one has colour correcting concealer underneath, this one doesn't. So I'm interested to hear anyone's opinion on this. But yeah, I think this I think this concealer definitely lives up to the claims that it makes. Like, it blended away seamlessly, and it did say that in the claims, I think. So yeah, seamlessly erases under eye bags, which I think it has. It's got very good coverage considering it's an illuminating concealer. It really did illuminate my under eyes. I really do feel like they look quite flawless. Flexible, buildable coverage, definitely. It's definitely flexible. You can work with it, you can leave it on the skin, or you can blend out straight away. The vitamin C, yeah, the under eyes don't feel dry at all. That concealer did actually feel quite hydrating. So yes, would I recommend this concealer? Definitely would do. I'm definitely going to pick it up in different shades, but the only downside, like I've explained, is that it only contains 3 ml worth of product, which is not a lot at all for the price really. If Revolution could like work on that to give us a bit of like better value, that'd be like amazing. But again, it wouldn't put me off. It's just something to consider if you are being very value conscious with money. Then yeah, it's something to consider. You don't get a lot of products at all by any stretch of the imagination. So if you use this every day, I could imagine it could be literally gone in like a week. Yeah, I'm going to say a week, maybe even less, because you'd only get 3 ml of product, which is nothing. But Revolution as well, on a positive note, is a cruelty-free and vegan brand, so obviously thumbs up to them for that. But yeah, I do think it looks glowy, dewy, flawless. I'm really happy with it. But obviously it's for you to be the judge whether you want to go out and get this concealer now. But I would definitely recommend it. So yeah guys, I hope that this tutorial / review helped you in some way. And obviously thank you so much for sticking around to the end with me. I really appreciate it. Since you did that, why don't you just go ahead, give this video a like. Obviously comment, let's have a little chat about the products. If you've tried them, which eye do you think looks better? Let me know, and also subscribe. Turn on my notification bell, and after you've done all that, I will surely see you in the next tutorial.